Yo, what is going on, guys? It is midnight, bringing yet again another video on Fairy Tail. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about the new unit that's coming out to replace the racer banner, which I'm so thankful for. I'm just so happy that this banner is going. I actually can't wait for reset so I can actually start summoning again. But yeah, for those of you that haven't seen the notice or are not on earlier server, the next unit will be Laxus. So I'm going to talk about that unit today, just so that you guys got a bit of information before you start pulling for Laxus, and you know if you are going to pull for him or not. So yeah, we'll jump straight into that. One thing I'm going to add as well before I continue is I am going to add him to the tier list at the end. Tier list you're going to see is a PvE tier list with the inclusion of Fanos, which is when you get the character 6-star and awaken them. So it could differ as a 5-star or 4-star unit on his own, but as a Fanos unit, he is very, very strong. Okay, and then the PvP tier list will be updated later on, but for the most part you can assume where he is on the PvE tier list that he'll be on a similar position in the PvP side of things. He is probably going to be the best PvP unit in the game. Okay, at the minute he is probably going to be the best PvP unit in the game, especially if you have him Fanos. If not, he's still kind of contender with Jalal and some of the other units like Midnight, but if you have him second Fanos, he is the best PvP unit in the game at the moment. Okay, but yeah, that will be added onto a tier list video later on. Anyway, enough ranting, let's go straight into it. So Laxus is the next unit to come out. He is a versatility unit, magic unit, obviously SSR. He has skill 1, which is like a punch attack, is very, very short cooldown and can kind of just literally kind of similar to Natsu's skill 2, where he just goes in and punches, but this one is on a 10-second cooldown. Skill 2, he throws a lightning like bolt kind of thing, and it hits the enemy, knocking them back as well as stunning them for a second, but the stun isn't that major just because the knockback kind of is the stun, if that makes sense. So like, yeah, you can't really make much use of it. Then skill 3, he's got a lightning dragon roar attack, so similar to Natsu's skill 1, but rather than doing fire damage it does no damage. It just does loads of damage and it is on a short cooldown again. Skill 4, obviously I'm going to show you all of this as well. Skill 4, he is invincible for 1.2 seconds and he kind of summons like this little electric circle that keeps enemies in and pulls them like back a little bit and then explodes afterwards, so it does quite a lot of damage over quite a longer period of time. And again, a 24-second cooldown on the 4th skill is again a short cooldown, so you're going to see that this guy's going to be popping off his skills quite consistently, which is really, really good. His passive skill after Lux is cast, he's Iron Fist or he's Dragon Roar, so skill 1 or skill 3. He gains reduced damage taken. This goes up to 45% when he is 5-star. But when you have him 3-star, it's 18%, or 4-star, it's 18%. So again, pretty good. You know, you can kind of tank an attack, just one attack, depending on when it's used, which can be very good, very, very helpful. Then his leader skill is something that we've not had yet, which is enhancing the attack speed of your team once he is the leader. This goes up to, I believe, 30%. I'm pretty sure it's 30%. We'll check when we test these skills. But yeah, 30% attack speed increase is really good. This can be really, really strong with Jose when he has his little orb. Obviously, I know not many people know what his kit is that well, but when he comes out, I'll explain it a bit more. So yeah, it'll be good for those sort of units. It'll be also pretty good for Jalal as well. Jalal attacks quite fast. Whether this increases the attack speed of his skills being used, we will need to test, but just a straight out attack speed bonus is still really good. It could potentially give you the edge on some fights, so yeah, really good. Second Fanos. So first one is when Laxus casts Lightning Dragon Roar, he gains super armor, so he's immune to all control effects, pull and knockback effects for 2 seconds essentially, which is really, really strong whilst he's using that skill. So it means in PvP he's less likely to be, you know, taken out of that skill whilst being attacked by 2 people, so really good. His second one is Laxus gains thunder power when his basic attack and skills hit the enemy. Casting Raging Bolt consumes 5 stacks of thunder power and grants Thunder Maniac. Thunder Maniac essentially gives him crit hit 15% and crit damage 30% for 8 seconds. So you get 5 stacks at a snap of a finger, and then you just use his skill 4 and you consume all those stacks, and now he has a crit increase and a crit damage increase as well. And the biggest part about his Fanos is his last one. So you increase the damage of his Raging Bolt by 50% and extend the duration of the invincibility by 2.5 seconds. Now, I don't know about you, but you know, combine this with some of the magic gear and you're looking at what, like almost 4 seconds here invincibility, plus an extra 2 to 4 seconds when he drops below a certain amount of HP. That's like almost 8-9 seconds invincibility. Like, that is nuts, absolutely nuts, right? Obviously the stars need to align up for that, but if it does, it essentially means that he's going to stay alive and kill the enemies. Like 9 seconds invincibility, that is insane. Okay, that's obviously with magic gear. One more thing I want to talk about this unit as well is in PvP, what makes him quite strong is he has a lot of range. So I spoke to some of the other top players in like our Guild Clash server bracket, and you know, we've kind of all agreed that he is a very strong unit. He has a lot of range in his kit, which is really good. And to be honest with you, until Mirror Jane comes out, he is probably going to be the best unit overall. Like PvP, PvE, he is going to be the best. So let's test his skills out now. So his basic attacks are close range, even though he has magic. As you can see, he does attack really fast. It's a 3-hit attack. Skill 1 is the punch. So you can see it's got quite a bit of range, and it just kind of uppercuts, and it does like a few stacks of damage to each enemy. Let me try and get one enemy there. Okay, so it does about what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits with it. So that's literally really good. Then you got his Thunder Spear, which you can see, let me get closer actually, pushes them back, deals damage and a bit of stun, which is really strong. Then you've got his Lightning Roar, which you can see here, does loads of damage, pushes them back. Again, as you can see, all his kit is going to push the enemies back. So if you're fighting a physical unit, he is going to be so strong, which is the meta at the minute. Obviously magic units are going to be able to, you know, when they get pushed back and he's out of skills, he's going to have to run close to them to attack them, and they can attack from range. But physical units are going to be really weak against him, because he's just going to keep pushing them back non-stop, and if they do get close, he'll just, you know, he'll do loads of damage. And skill 4, we'll go over to this group of people here. As you can see, really strong skill, does loads of damage. They're stuck inside of that vortex essentially, and he's invincible at the same time. So just to show you, you know, how quick he gets these stacks, I mean, I don't even need to show you. Basically, when he uses skill 4, he gets the stacks from the get-go. Like, he's already on 5 stacks just by using his skill. So essentially, whenever he uses skill 4, he's going to have a crit hit increase and a crit damage increase, and he will have 5 stacks ready to go, because he just gets them from all of his abilities quite quickly. So overall, Laxus is going to be a very strong unit. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut the video and just show you the new PvE tier list with the Fanos and where I'm going to put Laxus in there. I know many people are going to question it and be like, you know, this is not the same list we saw before, but this is like one that a group of people have, you know, all combined our efforts into putting our thoughts into. And some people have got a lot of these units Fanos and been able to test them out as well, so they've been able to give a lot more insight as well. But yeah, I'll be back for you guys in just a moment. I'm just going to get back to that. Okay, and we're back. So here's the tier list that we've got. This is always second Fanos on the list. So as you can see here, this is PvE side, sorry. And we have tried to order it left to right, but most of these units are pretty interchangeable. Once Mirror Jane comes out, there will be a bit of a change on the list as well, but I'll let you guys know about that when it comes. But yeah, this is pretty much the list as you can see here. These top 3 units in PvE are pretty interchangeable, I'll be honest. Ikaruga's very close behind, and Juvia's just a really good support. And then all the rest of the units are good. It's just these guys at the top obviously do what these guys do at the bottom a lot better. Now Laxus is going to go around here. He is going to be in that interchangeable group of these four. Honestly, I would say Laxus and Urza are very interchangeable, and then Midnight and Jalal are very interchangeable. So like these guys are top 2, these guys are top 3, 4. But yeah, overall, this is kind of how the PvE tier list is going to be looking as of now. I will update the PvP tier list a little bit shorter in time. I'm going to actually download this as well. Yeah, so we'll download that and we'll save that. And then, do you know what I will do actually? Do you know, I'm just going to add him to the PvP tier list now. Oh, maybe not. Never mind, never mind. I thought I had a PvP tier list lined up for it, but I guess not. So yeah, this is pretty much how it's going to look for now. And obviously I'll update the PvP one in the future. Moral of the story is, should you summon for Laxus? Yes, you should. He is a very, very strong unit. He is a unit rivaling Midnight and Jalal in terms of the banner. Do I think you should save for anyone else? I don't think so, honestly. Unless Mira Jane, like you should save for Mira Jane, but she's on that limited banner with Urza. But in terms of the regular banners like Laxus, Jalal, Midnight, Ikaruga, Evergreen, Gildas, you know, all of those, Angel needs a lot of testing to know if she's really, really good. I don't think she's going to be worthwhile summoning for, based on her kit. And Jose is actually going to be really good, could even potentially be the best PvE unit in the game. We've kind of discussed that, but again, something that needs to be tested. He is going to be like someone that you can summon for, I think, but Laxus is a must summon, I feel like, for everyone. He's just so strong. Jose is more of a summon if you've got the resources to summon for him, but you need to make sure you have enough to do the 25 summons for Mira Jane, because she is a must summon, okay? She is a must, absolute must. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Take care and peace out.